What's up guys, LyonLife here and welcome back to another Atelier Resleriana video. Now today is super duper exciting. We're finally getting our new first event slash first limit banner character. I'm gonna say it again, limited banner character. So we'll get into all of that, but let's go ahead and check it out. So looking over here in the news section, if you haven't seen it already, we are going to be getting the first character that comes to the game is going to be Sophie, well characters, I'll say that. It's going to be Sophie and Plaka. If you obviously haven't played the games before, Atelier Sophie 1 and 2, they're in that game. Well, those games. Sophie is a really beloved character. A lot of people love Sophie. She's a really good protagonist. Same with Plaka too. Plaka is also a really good character as well. They're going to be coming to the game, looks like here tomorrow on January 31st. And the event's going to be going all the way until it looks like the 10th of February. Now, these are going to be the first new characters we're going to be getting. However, there should be an event as well too. Maybe I'm tripping, I haven't really seen it listed here at all, but there's going to be an actually event that goes along with it. I believe a little bit of story is attached to it. It's been a little bit, my memory could be off, at least as far as from the Japanese version of the game, how that went. But everyone went nuts for Sophie, and I know everyone's been super excited for her as well too. If you scroll down a little bit down here, it says, in commemoration of our release, we're excited to present the release of Celebration Part 2 Legend Fest. 3-star characters Sophie and Plaka will make their debut alongside other characters and Memoria introduced during Part 1. We're going to have the Wish ticket set will also be available for purchase in the shop. So there's probably going to be, like, similar to when we started the game, that half off purchase for those 2 multi-tickets. Personally, I don't know, man. I have not had the best luck with those multi-tickets situations. So for me, I usually try to steer clear of them, depending on how many gems I have. I've got a couple pulls right now. I might do it just for the extra pulls, obviously. But the downside for using those tickets, you don't get the crystals for the exchange shop either. So that's kind of like the pros and cons of it. You got to figure out what you really want. Now you might get really lucky. You might get the character you want, and that works out too. Maybe you don't need the exchange models, but I know there's some characters down the line that I know I'm gonna want for sure. So I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I definitely will be going for Sophie though. Besides, Plaka's good too, but I prefer Sophie no matter what. So Sophie, as we can see here, is going to be a 3-star character. And of course, she is a bolt element or thunder, like electric, however you want to say it. She's also a defender. Says a defender that can provide support by reducing enemies' resistances to all attributes. That right there is pretty much why everyone loves her so much. Why, if you ask anyone in the JP community, you can pretty much use Sophie throughout the entirety of the game. As of right now anyway, I don't think we have any other tanks that like outmatch her in terms of what they can do. Obviously, you can make do with other tanks that are in the game to kind of get you through, but Sophie really is kind of like that girl. She really is like that girl. Next, we've got Plaka. Plaka is a breaker style character who has the strike attribute to her. It's a breaker specializing in increased stun efficiency against enemies that are weak to strike. So very niche in a sense of she works well against enemies that are have the weakness to strike element, or however you want to say it. Those are what she was specialized as far as like to breaking those enemies. However, she still has that stun efficiency that also makes her a really good breaker for a team. I will say Halloween Plaka, if we get her, well, she probably will come this year, but Halloween Plaka, so much better, in my opinion. But that's a whole separate thing. We'll probably get into characters that are coming to the game another day. I definitely want to make a video for that as well, as far as characters to look out for, characters who are going to come to the game, the order of the characters, things like that. So, but yeah, so that's going to be our first banner. We're going to be getting, of course, the new SSR Memoria, Profuse Blows, which is going to be mostly used for either Plaka or for Sophie. You can put on either one of them, really. It says, while equipped to a character with a bolt affinity, when hit by an attack, boosts all allies skill damage by 1% for 1 turn. It's probably going to scale up to about 5% for every tick, for every time you limit break it, most likely. I believe the max is 5%. I could be wrong. Someone could fact check me on that. I only have just the one copy of it on my JP account, so I don't know what it would be at tier 5 or rank 5, but it's most likely going to be like a 5%, maybe even 10, I forget. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm sure you can find the information somewhere. We should be getting an event alongside this, as I was saying. I don't think they have it listed here. This just goes over the paid gems, but the events, and we haven't really gotten into them because we haven't had like a first proper event, but I guess a spoiler, not really. Events pretty much run just like score battle. You have the several to 10 different stages or whatever. You have to get a certain ranking for them. As you keep going higher and higher and higher for more awards, the more better rewards you get, the higher stage you can get, the better materials you can get for crafting. There's going to be an event shop as well too. We're going to have event specific equips, things like that. Those are what you can look forward to in the future for the future events and whatnot in the game. The event shop, I'm really hoping that they do this in the form in which they have it in JP now. The event shop from the beginning, like where we are right now in the global version of the game, personally wasn't that great in my opinion. There really wasn't much to really grind for outside of materials for crafting, but the actual shop itself, the only thing you really get out of it are the limit unlocks in the grow board. That's pretty much the main thing I go for. All of the like Memoria level up material, the character candy level up material, all those things you can get elsewhere for less. I mean, it's still free either way when you get the event points, but something to look out for. We'll probably do a video on that once we actually see the full event, and I'll go over it so you guys can see it. But the events, for the most part, in my opinion, have been pretty lackluster. They don't really offer a lot unless they have a character story behind it. Then that's cool too. Outside of the character stories, those are great. But as far as with the shop and what's in it, those need some work in my opinion. But that's essentially going to be the first update. We'll probably do a pull video for Sophie tomorrow. I'll try to get it up as soon as I possibly can once this goes live, which is probably be tonight at like 10, 11, whatever the reset time is. So we'll see. I definitely want Sophie from my team. I never had her in JP, so it'd be nice to get her. I've just made do with other tanks. So it's possible to run through the game with other characters. Sophie just helps, is the way I can kind of put it for you guys to understand. Sophie's not a bad option for sure. If you can get her, that's awesome, but there's gonna be better options, or other options, I should say, down the line, or even the tanks that we currently have. You can make do with them if your crafting is up to par, and they're all limit broken and have all their traits all the way up. So it just depends. But that's gonna be our first banner, guys. Let me know what you guys think down below. I know a lot of people are excited for Sophie. I'm included. I am super hyped for her. I can't wait for her to come out. I just hope I actually get her. If I don't, I'll cry, but it's okay. I'll manage without her. But yeah, let me guys know what you guys think down below. Let me know if you want to see a video for future characters, because I still have some footage from my Japanese account that I could obviously use as such. I've slacked off on playing the JP version, obviously, because we have global now. So trying to keep up with both and trying to manage both accounts is a no-go for me, on top of like streaming and other content as well too. So meh, it is what it is. But for what I have and what I have access to, I'm more than happy to kind of make videos about that for characters that are coming in the future, what to look out for, etc. But who knows? That's neither here nor there. So we'll work on that another time. But that's it for today's video, guys. Definitely like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below. Again, let me know what your thoughts are. Do you plan on pulling for Sophie and Plachta? Do you want to save up for future characters in the future? Like, what are your thoughts and feelings? Let me know. Like I said, personally, I would go for Sophie. Sophie's a really good tank. You definitely would probably want her on your team, but if the way these banners work, they go by so quick. It's so hard to really save up for the characters you want outside of the exchange. But when you have limited characters that aren't going to get a rerun for a while, you never know when they're going to get a rerun. So I would say get her while you can, and kind of just go from there. I'll see y'all later. Again, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below. Y'all have a good day. Bye, guys.